Welcome to JMR Talks. Today we will talk about workplace wellness. Gone are those days when the organizations used to focus on physical, health or physical fitness only. Thanks to the COVID, the employers have realized the importance of caring for employees' mental happiness also. There is a saying which says that a sound mind in a what I call a sound body. So that's how organizations started paying attention to both physical as well as what called mental well-being. Now, why this workplace wellness is being talked about? Because when the employee feels well, feels happy at the organization, he gives his best. The Gallup's what called survey has proved beyond doubt that outstanding performance of the organization depends on outstanding performance of the people when all other resources are either available, accessible, or affordable. So, given the fact that it is the employees who provide the cutting edge for the organization's outstanding performance, workplace wellness in today's context matters. Now, what is workplace wellness? When we talk about workplace wellness, we refer to the overall mental, physical, and emotional well-being of the employees. In creating which it's not only employees, but the society also plays a key role. Like for instance, when we look at purpose of business, we have seen we moved from the purpose of business being profit to what are called triple bottom line. From triple bottom line, today organizations are talking about taking care of multiple stakeholders. So when the organizations wish to ensure workplace wellness, they adopt several things like coaching, fitness program, emotional wellness program, etc., etc. But is there any difference between wellness and what we call well-being? When we talk about wellness, we are referring to a state of being healthy. Like earlier, our nations used to focus on physical annual health checkups, etc., etc. But when we talk about well-being, we refer to a state of general health and what we call happiness. In other words, we are talking about a state of emotional, physical, and psychological well-being. So when an organization pursues wellness, it is to day-to-day what I call activities. The end result is nothing but what I call your well-being. So the difference between wellness and well-being could be put it simply as like action versus what I call result. Now, why organizations need to pay attention to workplace wellness? What is the importance behind it? When we look at the work-related problems, many times it has been found that it impacts the mental, physical, and emotional health of the people. Now, when the organization's bottom line is to have what we call outstanding performance, your employee health might stand as a what we call block, might what we call restrain, might what we call prevent the organization from accomplishing what it aims for. So when an organization cares for a healthy ecosystem whereby the wellness and the well-being of the what we call employees taken care of, the end result is you have a productive workforce and you have excellent employee retention. Nowadays organizations are complaining of great resignation. It's not that people are leaving jobs in just for the sake of money. No, they are looking for flexibility. They are looking for what we call career growth. They are looking for what we call psychological safety as such. Sean McManamy, in his article published in Harvard Business Review in October 10, 2016, has what we call mentioned that 79% of the respondents, they said that the wellness programs have a positive impact on what we call employees' productivity. In other words, when the organizations care for the employees' health and the well-being, it impacts what we call positively on employees' performance and thereby what we call organizational performance as such. So when we have corporate wellness program in place, it plays a vital role in the holistic development of the what we call employees. But a question arises as to why focus on workplace wellness? Well, when the organization focuses on workplace wellness, it reaps certain benefits. For instance, decreasing health risks. When we said a sound mind in a sound body. When the employee is what I call physically fit, healthy, happy, he gives his best to the organization. So thereby your overhead gets what called reduced. Second, elevated employee engagement. We not only want employees who simply what called swipe their card morning at 9 o'clock and once again swipe back what called at 5 o'clock. We want the employee when he's on the shop floor to give his best. So when you have an excellent corporate wellness program, the employee engagement gets elevated. Next, reduction of stress and what called depressions. When the organization takes utmost care of what called employees' well-being, they will not feel the what called stress and they will not feel what called depressed. We have seen in one of our earlier video how the authoritarian leadership will impact what called employees' well-being and also spouse well-being. On the other hand, we have seen when a benevolent leadership which takes care of employees, where the employees are having what called little impact, the spouse satisfaction is there and employees also satisfied. Next, saving healthcare costs. Yes, when you are taking care of the employees' well-being, by having an excellent corporate wellness program, the healthcare costs gets reduced. And the last but not the least is low rate of absenteeism. Given the fact that it is a talented human resource which provides a cutting edge, every organization would love to have its people on the shop floor or at the workplace without any kind of absenteeism. Fine. We have talked about what called emotional wellness, physical wellness, mental wellness, and now we are talking about workplace wellness or professional wellness. But when we are talking about workplace wellness, we have to make a distinction between doing well and feeling well. When an employee does well, it means he is using expertise, probably facilitated by the organization, to reach the heights of success and accomplishment. But when we say that an employee is feeling well, that means he loves what he is doing and he enjoys what is that he is doing. Now, all the employees may not get an opportunity to do what they love and what they do. So what is the option? Fine, you can't leave your jobs because you have certain needs to fulfill, like roti, kapda, makan and all that. So what the employees could do is they start looking for some outlet whereby they find that their creative inputs could be used. When they try to look for smart outlet to use their creative energy, the stress of not liking the job what they're doing gets minimized, number one. And number two, the second benefit is that you are in touch with what you love. So maybe in future, when an appropriate opportunity, maybe you can make it a full time. So in conclusion, I could say that given the VUCA environment and what we have experienced during COVID times, it's essential that organizations draw a well-designed corporate wellness program whereby the employees well-being ensured, because when an employee not only does well and feels well, he contributes his best to the organization. Thank you.